It's live, everybody. The greatest, probably the greatest match of all time you'll see on this channel. Also live, the Dutch versus the Belgians will be played here right at this hour. I'm here with Ash Ketchum, casting this greatest of all time match. How are you doing today, Ash?
I'm doing great, Sarton. So good to be here. Obviously, you being Dutch, this must be an intense match for you, I assume?
Little. Just a little bit.
Yeah, you guys have already done so well. You know, that upset against Indonesia was quite amazing, to say the least.
Yeah, that's something that people have talked about days after still, which was a great thing to see. We haven't had too many of those upsets in the Dutch landscape. But, well, today we're going to see if we're going to be able to pull something off like that again. Because I am pretty sure that, in general, the Belgians are being the preferred team here. I saw on Pickens that they had a pick rate of 79.5% versus 20.5%. So we are the underdogs here once more versus the very good Belgian team. A team that has definitely improved a lot in the last couple of years. They were not to be found in the CWC until like 2020-ish. Well, they did play every so often, but nowhere near a contender, or at least considered to be a contender. Now they're just very solid, high-seeded team most of the time, and they've proven to be that exactly this year too. So, let me give the question to a more unbiased commentator, Ash. What do you think is going to go down today?
Well, just looking at the seeding, for example, you see that Netherlands is 24th and Belgium is at 14th, so that's already a 10-seed difference in the qualifier pool, that is. So, you know, this being quarterfinals pool, it may be around that qualifier pool difficulty. A little bit easier, maybe a little bit harder depending on the map, but I think just looking at that, just looking at the statistics, if you want to use that, then Belgium is definitely favored by quite a bit here, but we've seen upsets from the Netherlands before, so you never know. I think there are points that could be grabbed here by the Netherlands, but overall, Belgium definitely the favored team in this match.
Looking like it indeed. We've already got into the bans here. The Dutch will ban DT3. I wonder if the Belgians are going to be banning no mod, and it does seem to be the case. Makes a lot of sense. It's just the oldest trick in the book by now. The better team will most likely ban no mod against the worst soft team. It's always a bit of a safe haven for the teams that are playing worse. So not giving them that many opportunities on that pool is always something you want to try and go for. Exactly as expected, and they are picking double time too right after as well, exactly within that pool that the Dutch banned. It seems like a playbook strategy, this, right?
Oh yeah, indeed. Belgium has a very solid DT lineup. You got Quinten or El Skefe now, just a solid all-rounder. You got K-Knoob, a DT demon, if you will, and then you got Kofu or My Cutie. Looks like Sheen is actually going to be playing this instead. Surprised me a little. Oh, never mind.
You've spoken too soon.
Yeah, I spoke too soon there, but yeah, Gemzu DT, this is a really weird map to play with double time. Gemzu and DT is not a combo you see very often, so, you know, to pick this as the sort of better team on paper, I guess, makes a lot of sense, as you require a lot of just mechanical skill and technical skill to perform well on this map. Makes a lot of sense.
Quite intense indeed. In that sense, it might favor Belgium, but the Dutch have a fairly decent double time team as well this year. You can see them right there. Chatty, Dutchman, and Woodcamp. All players who are fairly comfortable with higher AR. It's just that the Belgians have always been have had a bit of a higher skill ceiling for the most part. So we can expect some really good plays from K-Knoob. I'm looking at El Skefe. Not really a double time specialist, El Skefe per se. K-Knoob definitely is. And they've proven to be really good over the past couple of years as well. Steadily improving. Not really players in the top 20-ish, so we won't see world-breaking plays, but we will definitely see some really solid plays, and we are not entirely sure whether the Dutch will be able to match. We're going to see that right now as we get into our first map here. Chatty, Dutchman, and Woodpamp versus My Cutie, K-Knoob, and El Skefe. Let's see, go down. And there, already, a first miss for both Woodpamp and Dutchman. Just in the fairly early stages of the map. Actually, Chatty also had a miss. We missed that a little bit. So already a fairly large lead for the very beginning of the map for the Belgian team. No drops there as of now. But there's
Yeah, looks like Kofu and Cake are gonna find misses there, but Elskefe still with the full combo. Already looking like quite an advantage for Belgium here, though. Oh yeah, there's a lot of misses coming from the Dutch now, and I mean, Cake Noob and Kofu, or MyCutie, sorry, are finding misses here still. But yeah, early on, it's looking like the Dutch are finding a lot more misses.
Exactly. Now, everybody, at the stage that everybody is seemingly missing, it seems that the Belgians already built up a very nice lead that they can bank off of. There's a combo over there too for Cake Noob, the only one in the entire lobby. Chatty and Elskefe now only reached the 100 combo, but they're all struggling quite a bit. And that 133,000 point difference is definitely going to provide, well, very likely enough for the Belgian team in order to win this pick.
I mean, yeah, it is a short map as well, so all misses count quite a lot here. I mean, Cake Noob did miss, actually, when they were holding that combo there still, so, and Kofu actually finds a miss there as well. But Elskefe still holding that combo now for Belgium. Pretty strong.
Yeah, very nice performance there for Elskefe. Chatty's trying to get close, but it's going to miss as well. The entire Dutch team breaking their combo there once more. Despite the fact that they didn't really have very high combos to begin with, the Belgians are just doing it better, straight up.
Yeah, Elskefe dropping his combo there, finding one more miss. Cake Noob, though, still holding on, and Kofu was holding on as well, but found a miss there as well. Still, that advantage is just too much on a short map like this, and it's looking like it's going to go to Belgium. Really solid pick to start off with.
Yeah, absolutely. A very large gap in score by now. Pamp and Dutchman struggling a little bit on these latter parts too. And we see some very decent performances there from both Cake Noob and Elskefe landing around that 860,000 points mark. A little more on the side of Cake Noob even. Yeah, the story is clear. Just more misses there for the Netherlands. A very good starter pick for the Belgian team.
Indeed, they definitely knew what they were doing there by picking DT2 against the Netherlands. It's gonna be up to the Netherlands now to see if they're able to play it smart here and pick something that could potentially go in their favor. I'm trying to think what that could be. Maybe hidden, perhaps? Or maybe some kind of Nomad. Nomad 1 even. I think the Dutch shouldn't struggle too much on Nomad 1.
I do believe that might be a fair pick. They've shown to be quite consistent, especially in the earlier rounds. So maybe that won't translate to this round anymore because the skill requirement has definitely risen as well. But it's always nice to try, and you're going to eventually land at the Nomad bracket anyway if you're the Dutch team. So actually, that's not what they're trying to do here. It seems that Hidden 2 is going to be their first pick. Quite curious indeed, because I'm not entirely sure whether the Dutch team will be able to perform very well in that. I know that the Belgians aren't like hidden experts by any means as well. Zient, they have seen, that's a very good hidden player, but from there on, it's quite tough for both teams, I assume. Do you think this is a good pick?
Well, to be honest, I'm not too sure. I mean, Belgium doesn't necessarily have a good hidden roster. Netherlands has Kevrel and Wesley, I guess, who must feel pretty confident on this if they're willing to pick it here against Belgium. I guess they're perhaps hoping that Belgium will be caught off guard here and maybe they're able to exploit on those openings that will be given to them. I mean, I assume we're not going to be seeing an FC here, I think. Maybe on the Dutch side, perhaps.
$5.
$5?
Nah, of course not. Of course. I'm rich. What do you think? But
yeah, still a very interesting pick, though. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I did hear from Wesley that he was struggling a little bit in these hidden picks. So, Kevrel is obviously a very nice and upcoming player. There's very nice, quirky stuff, if we can call it flashlights, for example. Which also translates a little bit to his hidden skill, as it's not that popular of a mod these days. You know, all the cool kids play Hard Rock and Double Time. That's how you get PP. And we're going to see if the Dutch will be able to bank off of that, because the Belgians do have a higher rank. So these are players that are more used to stuff like Hard Rock and Double Time. Let's see it happen.
Yeah, you already see some early misses there on the Dutch side.
Yeah, and the Belgians are holding on very well so far. Again, it's very early on, so we can't quite tell yet, but they seem to be ready for this one.
Wesley struggling to find his feet a little bit here.
And there's your first miss for Belgium finally, but we are already like 10 misses deep for the Netherlands, so a score difference of 100,000 points this early on the map doesn't bode well for the Dutch team. However, we see a couple of breaks there on the end of Belgium as well. Wesley really struggling though. Yes, Elskeffe now at only 50 combo. And Zine, yes, also. Oh, everybody dropping that one. Never mind
that was traded by Chatty and Carroll straight away, actually. And Chatty and Carroll actually finding another double miss. They're only traded by Sheen. So advantage Belgium still.
Yeah, absolutely. Elskeffe now with the ice combo in the lobby. Definitely carrying the Belgian score here. But Wesley and Carroll keep on missing. It's seemingly Belgium once more.
It's looking rough for the Dutch here. I mean, I respect the pick, I respect the idea behind it, but it looks like some of the Dutch players aren't necessarily able to find their feet and be too comfortable enough like this. Wesley included seems to find a lot of misses here. Yeah, it's looking bleak. It's looking bleak for the Dutch here. Chatty finding a miss there on the slow part.
Especially considering the fact that I did expect a closer score compared to the double time pick, but once more, we're seeing a difference of 200,000 points. That is not something to scoff at.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to help the mental for the Dutch here. I think this is going to put them down quite a bit in that regard. Let's just hope that they can recover and keep their focus and composure throughout the rest of the match. But yeah,
absolutely, they're going to need that, especially considering that almost everyone's score on the Belgian side is higher than the Dutch's. Carroll does about a bit of competition here, especially now considering that he held on to the combo for very long. But Elskeffe, if we're just comparing those two scores, that's already a difference of 85 points. And then if you consider Zine versus Chatty and Wesley versus Jesse, yeah, they're just plainly better. That's all we can say. And it seems that the hidden strategy for the Netherlands is not going to bring them anywhere.
Look at that score from Elskeffe though, 960k. That is really, really impressive on this map. I don't think we've seen any FC on this map so far in the tournament, if I'm correct. I think Botburger for Finland, one missed it. But this is one of the hardest maps to play, if you ask me. And a 2 missed 960k, that's a very, very impressive for Elskeffe. You can be proud of that play.
Absolutely. Insane. Did not expect Elskeffe to be this primed up for hidden as well. More of a no-bot / hard work player, as far as I remember. But this, yeah, it's more than enough to beat the Dutch team at this stage. They get to pick the next map too, so I do wonder if they're going to stick to the high AR stuff, or whether the Dutch pick for this lower AR 8.2 map might urge them to play something like mixed mode, or maybe pick a nomad themselves, who knows. But I think so far, the strategy seems clear. Hard rock double time, but definitely the mods that they excel at compared to the Dutch team. That's just kind of how you want to roll.
There you go, DT1 right after picking DT2 last time around, and they saw that they saw how that worked for them, so they're quite comfortable going straight into DT1 right after that.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well, right? If it worked last time, surely it'll work this time as well. Especially considering they're just got that breakpoint off of Netherlands on a low air hidden map. So actually going from low air hidden straight to DT. This is a team that this is a strategy that favors the better team on paper for sure. You need to adjust from that low air hidden reading to then just straight up a DT air 8.7 as well, not too low AR, and that's a skill set.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's a skill set that's often not talked about that much. Being able to adjust in tournaments, like from going from like a low AR reading map to a double time or a hard rock map, it's easier said than done, honestly. And yeah, going from hidden 2 now to DT1, we're gonna see how they're able to adjust these players.
Yeah, luckily though for both teams, most people are able to swap out, so you only have Chatty and Elskeffe left from the previous map. So those two are going to have to prove themselves mostly. Dutchman and Woodpamp have hopefully been able to practice this a little bit in their free time on that one map they just played, the hidden map. My Cutie and Cake Noob, same story there. And so far, the first miss there for Cake Noob is first time in the entire match where the Netherlands will take the early advantage.
Yeah, it looked like a couple of silly misses from Cake Noob there. Maybe lost their control for a little bit, slip finger or something, but Coco also finds a miss. But on the Dutch side now, there's been quite a few misses from Dutchman and Woodpamp as well, so it's going to go back to Belgium.
Yeah, not by a landslide, but definitely more than enough once more, considering the fact that the Belgians once more have a higher total combo. This time, however, they're not quite running away with it yet, so consistency is key here, but Woodpamp will be the first to break after that little period there. Dutchman as well, and that is no one you want to see as the Dutch team.
Especially considering... it's worth noting that you know, we were talking about the adjusting thing. Chatty and Elskef are the only ones that played the lower hidden map, the only ones full comboing the double time map as well, so... Seems like they were able to adjust just fine. Adjust just fine. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Oh, yeah, you're right indeed. Chatty and Elskef have been proving their worth so far in this tournament for sure. Chatty being one of the better players in the round of 32 stage, and Elskef is just killing it over here as well. And yeah, they're just holding on very nicely to this combo. But if we consider Woodpap, Dutchman versus MyCutie and Cake Noob, it's quite clear once more that the Belgians will indeed be advantageous, as they are. Once more, 100,000 points of difference halfway through the map too. Very nice performance here from Belgium so far.
Yeah, this is a map that you would expect him to do well on. Actually, Elskefe misses right as I say that, dropping the only full combo on Belgium. So now it's actually just Chatty with full combo in the lobby. Unfortunately, his team not able to perform, but oh, MyCutie actually misses there as well, but it's traded by Dutchman.
So many trades now, but Cake Noob and Chatty are the ones to duke it out at the moment. Still 2 full combos, so once more the Belgian lead isn't gonna be handed over anytime soon. We're gonna have to wait to see for more misses to happen on the Belgian side as the Dutch want to do anything and realize anything, but as has been the story with the previous 2 maps, it's not looking like it. Another miss coming in for Woodpamp, and the Belgian team's now leading by over 120,000 points.
You have to give credit where credit's due though, Chatty. I mean, this is why he was the best player in the round of 32. He had the best individual scoring out of every single player in the round of 32, according to the statistics. So he's showing what he's capable of here by still holding the full combo on double time 1. Very well played from him.
Yeah, exactly. Cake Noob also restoring really well after the initial hiccup there. Chatty's gonna miss now together with Woodpam, and it seems now the nerves are absolutely breaking the Dutch team. More misses there. MyCutie will trade a singular miss, but that's absolutely not enough, as the Belgians are now leading by 200,000, and we can already call this map over and done, as the Belgians will be able to take up a 3rd point on their own pick, but still with a very massive difference nonetheless. That's definitely going to break morale on the Dutch side.
That's not going to help them, especially, I feel sorry for Chatty. I mean, I was just saying how good he was, and looks like the commentator curse was real as he found some misses there. I'm so sorry, Chatty. But even then, I mean, when Belgium plays like that, when you got 2 980k plus plays, and then MyCutie with 930k, it's going to be tough to beat that. It really is.
Yeah, definitely. But never, ever curse Chatty again, or I will tickle you at the EOC event. I swear to God.
I'm so sorry.
All right,
yeah.
see. Third win there for Belgium again. A very massive score difference. The Dutch are going to have to reflect on what to do. Seems that Nomad might be a worthy shot here at this point, at this rate.
Yeah, you know, Nomad 1, compared to the rest of the maps in the pool, Nomad 1 is definitely the easiest map if you ask me. So that also being, you know, consistency, which the Dutch aren't that bad at, I would presume that would be not a bad pick for them here, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, they might have to just try that. It's a fallback plan for sure, but have you really got anything else to do at this point? And that's what they also think, seemingly. Picking Nomad 1, as you've predicted. First time we're seeing a map being played without any sort of mobs in this lobby. Maybe we'll prove for a bit of a closer match. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, you know, out of all the maps, I have a lot of faith in the Dutch on this one. In my opinion, this is the easiest map in the pool. It kind of feels like a Nomad 1 from the previous round, if you look at the other maps in this pool, so as long as they're able to focus and keep composure, I have no doubts that they'll be able to at least get a solid performance here. But again, your opponent is Belgium, and they're also not one to be underestimated on a map like this, so it's gonna be close, I reckon. It's gonna be close.
Maybe a bit closer, but once more indeed in the advantage of Belgium, probably. But
yeah,
if every single map works in the advantage of Belgium, you're gonna just have to pick the one where they have the least bit of advantage, and that is definitely something like Nomad 1. Let's see it happen.
Yeah, I'd say this is more of like a 35-75 or 65. Sorry, that's not math.
No.
35% for Netherlands, I'd say, and they're gonna have to go for it here.
Yeah, interesting lobby too for the Netherlands. Chatty, Kevro, and Woodcamp playing this one. I would have suspected Dutchman to be playing here instead of Kevro, but Seemingly that is not the way to go for the Dutch team. That is their decision. And I can see that decision being rational too, even. On the other hand, Belgium just putting in their 3 best normal players, to my knowledge, makes absolute sense too. 35 versus 65%, as you called it. Let's see it happen. Will the Netherlands win this gamble or not?
This map does have really tricky sliders as well, so it's going to be interesting to look at the accuracy here. As you can already see, Chatty with 99.3%. Already have found some act drops here on these sliders. They are really tricky.
And Elskeffa actually, really choking on those sliders together with my cutie Woodpam. They both missed once. Elskeffa had a couple of misses there. So that will bring the lead to the Netherlands for now. Another miss there for my cutie and Woodpam following that up. So it's still quite exciting, but at least the Dutch can now say that they're proving a little bit resistant.
Yeah, double FC still from Kevrel and Chatty, holding the lead together for them still. I'm finding a miss there, so it's not going to help too much. Don't think it's going to flip over just yet, though. It may actually, because it is pretty close. Yeah, it actually may.
It's close, and you suspect Woodpam, I do believe, is struggling a little bit with nerves there. Yes, so it's going to follow it up with a miss of their own, but Woodpam again breaking. So the score difference won't be growing or shrinking any. And that means that the Dutch are only leading by about a slim margin of 25 points. So any big miss will...
Oh, I mean, my cutie did miss there, so that's actually going to help the Dutch a lot, actually.
You are right, yeah.
Still, just a 1.5 or 2 miss game, I think.
For sure, I think it's even less than 1.5, really. It might be turned around again with another miss there. Looking at the score difference of about, let's see it, 30,000 points. That's a 1 miss for sure. And the map is very lengthy too. We're not even halfway yet, so they're gonna have to hold on.
Yeah, this is a real test of nerves here, I think. As is every Nomad 1. Are you able to hold that focus, that composure, and keep combo?
Yeah, other than that, it's not too eventful, really. You can see a couple of players with really high combos there. Woodpam again missing those, so that's going to level the score very surely. Kevrel and Chatty holding on like dykes, though, so that's very good for the Dutch team, but they're going to need that for sure. They're not allowed to miss any here, really, because Belgium will just be able to take over once more.
Oh, but Kevrel finding that miss there at the crucial moment there, that is really, really bad for the Netherlands. That's not what they needed at all, and now Belgium's going to be able to take the lead, especially considering that Woodpam has finally built combo, but my cutie also trades now a little bit later. Is that going to flip it over again to the Netherlands? It's going to be really, really close. I think you may, you know, only about a 6,000 point difference after the spinner.
It's extremely close. These spinners are more important than anything for these players right now. As they move on to the final section, Woodpam and Jesse are both trading misses here. Kevrel following it up with Elskeffa. Chatty missing as well. Everybody losing their combos. Belgium still in the driver's seat right now with about a 35 points difference. Woodpam missing again. My cutie missing. There's so much going on, but we're not entirely sure that's going to build over time. They need combo, the Dutch that is, and they don't have it yet. My cutie missing once more, but will that be enough? I assume not. Oh, it's ridiculously close this time around.
It really is. I think the advantage is on the Dutch side here, especially as my cutie misses again. I think it's going to flip over to the Dutch here at the very last minute. And now the ending here. Wait, I think it flipped over. I think the Dutch have this, you know. If they can just hit this ending. And the spinners, the spinners are going to be close.
It's all about spinning and hitting these droplets. Don't miss any. And this time around, the Dutch will prevail by a very, very slim margin. But that's enough to put themselves into the scoreboard at last with a 1-3 scoreline. Well played by those teams. Chatty there with a singular miss throughout the entire map. Played like an absolute monster. And the Belgians, for the first time, were not able to perform quite exactly on the level of the Dutch. Although they were very, very close.
Yeah, it was a really, really close one there. And, I mean, Chatty and Kevrel really just, especially Chatty, that one miss, they really, really just pulled up and performed for their team and for their country, you could say. Getting a point there is definitely what they needed here, and I'm sure that they have to be proud with that. They have to be proud of their performance on that one, getting 1 point here in a match where they're so, what's the word? Not favored? Disfavored? I don't know, but anyway, I'm happy for them getting that point there when they needed it.
That is correct. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not happy either. It's always nice to see my friends play well, and well, the Belgians are also my friends. So, not sure where I want to go with this story. Anyway, the Dutch will now have to play a mixed mod pick here, which the Belgians are very solid at. They do have a very good normal play in El Skeffer. Teknoop, a very strong hardwood player, and yes, is going to be able to fill that hidden slot quite nicely themselves. Maybe El Skeffer will actually go for hidden, considering that previous performance on the AR 8.2 map.
Yeah, you know, I think it could be El Skeffer on hidden and Teknoop on hard rock, and then Jesse on Nomad. I think that could be it, you know.
He's very much into that as well, yeah. On this Dutch side, I do have a feeling that Kevrel will be the one going for hard rock. Again, one of the more quirky players, but with that comes some, at least, limited hard rock expertise as well. And there you go. There's your hard rock. And you were right on El Skeffer picking hidden here as well. Chatty go for hidden, as suspected. And Roasted Chicken will be the consistency player there for the Dutchies, as will Jesse for the Belgians. Honestly, fairly level playing field, I do assume, this mixed mod pick. I hope that not a single team will now blow out the other team with over 300,000 points of difference. But I do believe that won't happen. So let's see if they can prove me wrong. They will prove me right. It's going to be exciting either way, right? Let's get it.
You know, when it comes to mixed mod, I think a lot of countries are usually able to field a pretty solid roster. Because usually you have that one hidden player, that one high AR player, and that one consistency player. I feel like most teams have that. So, but El Skeffer actually finds the first mister on hidden. It's not too good. But wait,
yeah, we were just about to mention that both of us together. Kevrel chatting with really big drops. So Teknoop also followed it up, so it's not too big of a problem yet. Teknoop following that up with Anonymous, and it seems that the hardwood players will be struggling the most throughout this part. It's really close though, once more.
Jesse finds a miss there on Nomad. That's not what you want to see at all as a consistency player here. His Roasted Chicken. Oh, but he trades right after as I was saying his name. My god.
Yeah, these players are playing about the exact same at the moment in terms of scoreline. The only difference that we can see is Chatty pulling up 20k up with El Skeffer, but Kevrel now having very large misses, as they say so. And you can see that blue bar growing exponentially. Chatty and Cake Noob and Roasted Chicken, everybody but Jesse missing by now.
Skeffer, yeah, there you go. Yeah, wow, that was insane. Jesse now the only big combo in Milwaukee.
Oh god, too much happening there. You can't call them out individually at this point. And Jesse, the saving grace there for Belgium as we are 3/4 deep into the map, and it's looking like the Belgians have pulled enough score at the very beginning. Roasted Chicken missing once more, Kevrel struggling a little bit, Cake Noob really flexing their muscles right now, as the Belgians will hopefully bring this to a finish in very classy manner. As you can see, Roasted Chicken, Chatty moving into a couple of misses there towards the end as well. And, well, there is a 200,000 plus score difference, so I was proven wrong. Less close than we did anticipate, but it was quite close until the very middle part. Belgium once again proving too strong.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. I mean, you look at the hard rock player difference there, and I think that was big part of the lead there. As you can see, 898k to 788k. I think Kevrel could have done better on that, honestly. I think he knows he could have as well. But this is the way it turned out, and Belgium's going to be happy with that, for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, also the Nomad difference as well.
Yeah, yes, they're really pulling their weight towards the end. It was playing very similarly to Roasted Chicken for the most part, but Roasted Chicken really dropping down the score towards the middle part, as well as a couple of misses towards the end. And that just will give you a 130,000 point difference like that. It's that easy, and the Belgians can capitalize on all these mistakes. Next pick for the Netherlands, though. They've finally gotten themselves into the scoreboard through their own pick. So, will they continue that trend or not? We shall see.
I mean, in Catch World Cup, you are allowed to pick the same mod twice in a row, so they could potentially go for Nomad here again. Trying to sneak one extra point out here. Yeah, and there you go, Nomad 3. They go for that strategy. They try and keep up with the Nomad. Seeing how Nomad 1 went, albeit close, but they were able to come out on top. And now, for this gimmicky map, you know, one name stands out of my head right now, and that's Kevrel.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like this is a Kevrel map. I feel like this is something that he would put a bunch of tries in, just to get a solid score here. So it's going to be exciting to see how he does. But Belgium, not going to struggle on this that much either, I think. What are your thoughts on this?
That's true. It's not the case that a single person will be able to carry the entire Dutch team in the case of Kevrol. And I do know that Kevrol is very enthusiastic about Xcode maps in general, all these quirky maps, as we've discussed a little earlier on. And so their performance is going to be great for sure. But the Belgians, well, they are on a very similar level to the Dutchies in terms of no-mod performance so far. If Kevrol can exceed the performance beyond what we're used to seeing from them, that might be just enough to tip over the Belgian team. But it's more of a coin toss, really, considering the 9,000 points of difference on the previous map too. The other thing that should be noted too for the Dutch team, as I mentioned, I do believe that Woodpamp is feeling a little nervous. Dutchman does trade position with them for this normal pick. Might be a good decision to opt for here. Maybe you're right. Maybe the Dutch will have a bit of a stronger roster on this one, but we can't underestimate the Belgian team, especially when they're this close to the finish line. They need 2 more points. They could finish it on their own pick, the next map. That will motivate them for sure as well. But again, really, Nomad is the only option for the Dutchies at the moment. If it's not going to happen here, then we can be quite certain of the Belgian victory here. So,
Yeah, there's going to be
all eyes on you.
even Chatty as well. You know, I could see him doing well in this, but yeah, the name that stuck out in my head as soon as this was picked was Kevrol. Although finding a couple of early misses there, maybe just in the first 10 combo.
Yeah, Skeffa does that a little later themselves, as well as Jesse, so that is going to level out a little bit. Chatty dropping there, and the Dutchies have a fairly slim score lead once more. And wow, quick it is.
Yeah, there's a double miss from Netherlands, or yeah, the Netherlands only traded by MyCutie on Belgium. Not sure if that's going to flip it over. It is early on though, and El Skefe finds a miss there, so it's going to stay in the Netherlands' favor.
And as you predicted, Kevrol here with a monster combo, full combo. The L1 left 2. And they might be able to carry the team like this. Dutchman is going to miss now. And the score is very level. But if Kevrol can hold on, which they can't, the Belgians at least won't get the advantage. But it does seem that they might be able to now with a very slight combo advantage in their end.
Especially as Dutchman finds a miss there. That's definitely going to flip things over. MyCutie misses right after though. It's going to be a trade. But Chatty then trades right after. MyCutie trades yet again though.
More misses from them too, so MyCutie really struggling. Multiple misses there from Jesse. Oh, the entire lobby just dropped the combo. That's gonna level everything out. MyCutie now with the highest combo of all people. Actually, that's Jesse. They're the exact same. Never mind me. The Belgians here with 2 100+ combos. One of them being dropped. 2 of them missing on the side of the Netherlands. We have Dutchman dropping as well. And it's a very intense map.
Yeah, oh, MyCutie dropping there twice, actually. I think that could flip things over if Netherlands is able to hold here. You know, I've casted this map quite a lot today, and it's so chaotic. There's so much going on in this map. So many misses. Oh yeah, like you see like right there. For example, 2 misses on the Belgian side and only 1 from Kevrol here.
Yeah, a little too much to cast individually.
Indeed, indeed. It's still in the Dutch people's favor here, actually. Double miss from the Netherlands.
And the Belgians too. Only Jesse holding on to common now. El Skefa missing it right after, and they can see each other's scores too. They know it's ridiculously close once more. The Dutch now only leading by 14,000 points. Double miss there. It's going to bring it back to Belgium for the time being.
The last quarter of the map now. It's incredibly close, and like I said, this map is so chaotic. Anything could happen. Chatty finds a miss there. That's only going to help the Belgians. Oh, such a little length of the map left. It's looking like Belgium's going to take it here if nothing bad happens. Only slightly, though. Only about 40,000 point difference now. And yeah, reaching the end here. Looks like Belgium's going to take it.
It's just that little difference that will be enough for the Belgian team. And again, 50,000 points of difference. We'll give it to Belgium. It did look very good for the Netherlands for a little bit there. They were leading for the most part of the map, if I'm not incorrect. But as I said, it's a coin toss on these types of maps. This time, it flipped on the Belgian side, and that's 50,000 points of difference, really. That's a single miss of difference. But yeah, that will give a very advantageous position, yeah.
Kevrol's score was the highest for the Netherlands, but Jesse on Team Belgium has been playing really well on the Nomad so far. And we can see it on Mixed Mod 1 and this one right here, Nomad 3. Really solid Nomad performances from Jesse today.
Excellent score indeed. And now they can just cruise to the finish line. I do assume they have a lot at their disposal still. The Dutch will have to fight uphill for 5 maps in a row. And I doubt that's possible at this stage.
Yeah, Belgium now in a position where they can just pick Hard Rock. Yeah, there you go, Hard Rock 3, which highly favors Belgium, I'd say. No disrespect to the Dutch, obviously, but when it comes to Hard Rock, Belgium is really, really solid roster, especially on a pool like this.
Absolutely, fully agree.
Surprised they didn't pick it already, to be honest, with Cake Noob, My Cutie, and El Skefe even.
Yeah, I mean, they've probably stuck to the script for the most part, because double time does seem like the go-to option for the Belgian team for the most part. And then, well, they threw in a mixed bot, which is curious, but it went well into the favorite there as well. So they probably calculated for that as well. There is just a skill gap in terms of the Dutch players versus the Belgian players. Skill ceiling is just higher on the Belgian side, and around the quarterfinal stage, you can see that come to fruition for sure. So, yeah, Hard Rock was just, I guess, their second preference at that point. Maybe it was just really like the mixed mod map that they chose, which led them to prefer it over the Hard Rock bracket. Anyway, they've landed at it now, so they can now also prove their Hard Rock prowess, and the Dutch will only be able to respawn, which they haven't really been able to do so far. So, one more time, maybe. The Dutch versus the Belgians. Here we go. The 7th map of the match. Irenaeus, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced.
Yeah, I think the Y is a double E sound, so it's Irenaeus, I believe. We got these, as commentators, we got these lessons, you could say, on how to pronounce it, and I'll be honest, I'm not 100% still.
We got a footnote, that was all. We tried. 2 misses there for the Dutchies for now. The Belgians leading once more. It's very early on though, so we can't quite call it yet. But there seems to be a pattern so far on all these mod picks where the Belgians will already have an early lead and will be able to build it up further. El Skefe now with a bigger miss, a little more important than those 2 early misses there for Woodham and Dutchman. Might get a little close here.
Yeah, I mean, Dutchman and Woodham had early misses there, so it actually favors them missing early, but Dutchman actually finds a miss there, so that's definitely gonna stop the advantage for the Netherlands now. Finds another miss there as well. Now, Cake Noob and My Cutie with the full combos. A little bit of a precarious act from Cake Noob, they're 98.75%, but an FC is an FC.
That's correct. Woodham is trying the best as well after the initial hiccup. Chatty now miss dropping the full combo as well. And here we can see the Belgian spearheading towards victory already, I do assume, as Woodham also finds a miss. Cake Noob finally dropping themselves, but the damage is already quite severe. And with a 130,000 point difference, Chatty Woodham again choking very severely there. Not looking good for the Dutchies, it's looking very good for the Belgians, however.
Yeah, Cake Noob finding some trades there. My Cutie with that full combo just dropped as well though, but El Skefe still holding that massive combo, and there's no big combos really on the Netherlands side, especially as Chatty misses there. So, like you said, it's looking like the Belgians are spearheading their way to the victory here. Indeed.
Nothing more than the Dutch can do than hope and not miss, which is not what they're doing right now. Still missing more often than the Belgian team. My Cutie there dropping for the Belgians as well as Cake Noob, but it's not enough to trade. And trading is not enough at this point anymore either. You're going to need to full combo, and the Belgians will have to miss at least like 6 to 7 times, maybe even more often. It's not happening at this stage anymore. With a couple of seconds left on this map, it seems that the Belgians, the southern neighbors, will prove superior in this game. And the Dutch, again, being proven the weaker team with a 300,000 point gap between the two. And that's a GG from us.
GG, well played. Can I just say what a run it has been for the Netherlands, though? I mean, starting off the tournament, beating Indonesia 5-3. I don't care what anyone else says. Even though they're out, they can be proud of their performance in this tournament, and I just want them to know that.
Yeah,
Really
absolutely fantastic performance for what's a fairly new team for the Dutchies as well. Some setup that we haven't really seen too often before, and some players that haven't really been playing as much as others would have liked. Proven really strong, but yeah, the Belgians finally now being able to flex their muscles a little bit So far, they've faced a couple of weaker teams, and now they can finally show off that the team that beats Indonesia is still about 200,000 points on average weaker than they are, which is a flex for sure, as they will move on deeper down into the losers bracket, as the Dutchies will say farewell to this year's CWC.
Indeed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Sarton, for casting here with me. But I think that's the last match of today, isn't it?
Yep, it is. So we're going to have to leave you guys for a little bit. We will be back very early on tomorrow at about 2 a.m. I'm pretty sure. There you go. USA versus Mexico. One incredible matchup coming as the very first match. So if you're a European, we're very sorry, but maybe you can set an alarm, right? It's weekend after all. For anybody else watching, absolutely do stay up for this one. It's going to be great. After that, Japan versus Australia at 11. And then from there on, we'll be playing up until 5 p.m. UTC time. But the Belgians will then again play versus the Finnish. So lots to see. But for now, we're going to depart. And yeah, it's been a great match. It's been good fun. The Belgians really proving their worth there. And it's going to be great to see the upcoming matches. Hopefully a little bit closer than this one. And yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. It's already a great weekend, isn't it, Cash?
Yeah, cash. Thank you. I do. Like
That's right. You're cash money to me, babe.
Oh, thank you. No, I mean, it's been really great, and I'm always super hyped for CWC, so this has been a lot of fun. And I love casting, I love watching. Maybe I'll be playing next year, who knows? ISO 2024. Ooh.
I stand it, for sure. I stand it. Alright, see, we're going to say goodbye for now. Have a great day wherever you are. We hope to see you again sometime soon for the upcoming matches, preferably. And yeah, that was Ash and me for now. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.